Good evening to all. Very good evening, Sanam. You're here? Tell me, am I audible and visible to all? Am I audible and visible to everybody? Do let me know, please. I'm looking at the chats. Once you'll confirm, then we'll begin. Yeah, anyhow, trust me, I was reviewing a profile for a SD role, for ADDA, for SD1 role, you know, and that person has solved only 22 LeetCode questions so far. And I had given him a very simple question that you remember, question number 11, container with the most water. And trust me, he was not able to make it. And he was from the NIT. These are things which are happening nowadays. So yeah, those are sitting on the table, and they're just thinking like, I'll not do a LeetCode, or I'll not have a very good logic building, and we will have very good job. Trust me, you're living in an imaginary world. Okay, even people will not select the resume. So that's why this series is important for the people who really have big dreams. Only for those people. Okay. Anyhow, this is for free, right? I'm not charging anything from here. But if you'll be consistent, you'll have enormous profit. So now before I begin, tell me, how's the energy? Are we good to go? We'll solve our question number 4 in the string series. And because this is a long journey to go ahead, right? In this time of period, few people will feel demotivated, like DSA is not for them, and few people will feel like they are doing really well. Okay, high, then we can continue. If this is high, then we can continue. Okay, so now let's move ahead. The problem statement. Okay, Sreta. Now the problem statement is a reverse string second. Okay, and that is a good problem. Why I'm saying this? This problem has been asked in Amazon, Adobe, Google, and Microsoft, in the 4 companies. Okay, and these companies are really good. Okay, these are the tech giants of whole tech industry. So now we'll go to the LeetCode. We'll understand the problem statement. Okay, once we will have the understanding the problem statement, then we'll implement the logic also. So now here let's read the problem. They're telling, given a string as an integer k, reverse the first k character for every 2k characters counting from the start of the string. So what they're telling, you need to reverse first k characters. Okay, first k characters. For what? For every 2k characters counting from the start. Means in the range of 2k character, let's say here they have given an example that k is 2. Okay, so which means that in every 2k means the 4 characters first. 2 multiplied by 2, the value of k is 2, so 2 multiplied by 2 becomes 4. Now in the 4 character you need to reverse first 2 characters, means first k characters. So this AB will be reversed. So now this becomes BA. Yes or no? Sanam, sir, why are ignoring my messages? When Sanam? I guess I'm replying to everybody. Okay. Don't worry if I miss somebody, but I don't think so. Okay, so now here, if you have any specific doubt, you can write in comment. I'll answer here. So now what we have? We have 4k characters. Okay, so these are the 4 characters. The value of k is as of now 2. So now when you will do 2k, that becomes 4. So you need to swap the first k characters. Okay, first k characters. So these are 2 only. So now this becomes BA. Right? And then after this, in this window of 4, after this means the window of 2k, after this again you need to take that k characters. So they will become EFG. These are the characters. But the problem is that window should be the 2k. But now the remaining length is less than the 2k. Then what we have to do? So they have also mentioned the same thing. Like they have mentioned, if there are fewer than k characters left, means if the characters are less than the k, reverse all of them. If there are less than 2k but greater than or equal to k characters, then reverse the first k characters. So now this is greater than k characters, k is 2, which means that you need to just reverse the k characters, means this e and f. So that has been reversed, and g is on the same place, right? So what will be the logic? What will be the logic here? What will be the logic? Okay, we'll go to the PPT. There we'll understand how we can solve this problem statement. Okay, how we can solve this problem statement. So now here we are. I'll take an example. Here. We had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, and K was 2. You need to reverse first K characters in the window of 2K. So how we will solve this? If I'm not thinking about the coding, so how will I solve it? I'll take that window first. So that 2K means the window of 4, because the value of K is 2. So this is the first window, right? And here I need to swap how many characters I need to reverse. I need to correct 2 characters. So I'll reverse them. So these are the first K characters, which means that this will become BA and then CD. This remains same. After that, I will have the another window of the 2K. So that is this window. And here I will have the K character. But there are conditions. The condition is that if this 2K is greater than the length, the remaining string's length, that time we need to reverse just K characters. Okay. But if K is greater than the length, then you need to reverse all the characters which are remaining. So right now this 2K is greater but not K. So you need to reverse these K characters. This will become F and E. You reverse them and this G will remain same as it was in previous. Okay, so this is the resultant string. So how we can solve this? Probably we can have a loop, we can have a for loop or while loop, something that will give you this window of 2K characters. Then you need another loop to access K character and swap them. Okay, and then at the end the important question here is that what will be the time complexity of this algorithm, even if we are using 2 loops. Okay, that we will figure it out. And I hope now the logic is quite clear to everybody. And now we'll write the code in 3 languages: in Java, in C, and in Python, in C++ and Python. Java, C++, and Python. So now I'll go back to our LeetCode, and here what I'll do, I'll write code first in Java, then I'll write in C++, then in Python. Okay. And anyhow, I see very poor attendance. That is not a good point here. What happened? Everybody is doing party or something on Saturday, or include me as well. I am here in Bangalore itself. Now here, but the thing with in Java is that you cannot, change the values of the string. That is immutable. So what we have to do, we have to convert this particular string into an array. Okay, so we'll convert that. We will have this character array, and let's suppose I've created one character array, and we're converting our string into an array. So as dot toChar array is a method in Java to convert a string into character array. Okay, into a character array. Cool here. So now what happened is that you have converted that string to a character array. Now you can update the values, right? At the end you can convert this array to a string and you can return it. Right, so that is the thing. Now what we need a for loop. Let's say for loop or while loop, anything will work here. So what we want to start from 0, and this I should be less than the length of the string or the array, whatever it is, right? So that is the length of the string. And now the I should move how many times? 2K times, because we don't want in a sequential way. What we want is that I should jump, right, in the window of 2K. So every time the value of I will increase by 2K, 2 multiplied by K. K is already given, right? So every time the I will jump 2K characters. Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? So now here again I'm seeing very few engagement. Please be interactive and try to stay till the end of the live. Okay, only then I realize that people are really enjoying it. Otherwise, if I'm just doing, then that doesn't have any meaning, right? Cool, yeah. So now what we'll do? Tell me. We will access our first and the last window, right? What is the window? Tell me. So what we'll do is that I need one starting point to reverse the characters, and second is the kth point Yes or no? And if there is a scenario where where the remaining string is less than the k character, that time we'll reverse that whole string, right? So which means that we need that minimum window. So I will have a end here, and here what I will do, I will have math dot minimum, means if I plus k, I plus k means as starting I is 0, k is 2. So 0 till 2 index, right? 0 till 2 index. Whatever is smaller, I'll take that. If the remaining string's length is smaller, I'll take that. If that k window is smaller, then I'll take that. Right? So that is the thing. That is the thing. Okay, cool. So now here what we'll do, we'll take that length as well. So s dot length of the string. At the end anyhow you're taking, right, the last index, but which is not possible. If let's suppose there is a string which have 5 characters, then index will be 4 only, so you have to do -1 for getting the last index, right? Then we will have one while loop here, and we want to just reverse first k character in every window, first k character. So the first starting character start from the start point, and the second, like the k is ending on the end point, right? So we just need to swap these characters. So we'll take that. I'll take one third variable. There I will have the temporary value as start and end. We'll swap the value. You remember the logic of the reversal? I've already covered in the previous problems, right? The same reversal logic will perform here. Now we have that window. We have that k window. In that same k window, what we will do? Tell me. In that same k window, we'll reverse the characters. That's it. We'll reverse that string. Right now, the time has come when we need to reverse the string. So now the array, which is a, because you cannot manipulate directly string in Java, that's why I'm using an array here. So here array, and the start I will have. Now at the place of start I can put the value of end. Yes or no? At the place of start I can put the value of the end. Yeah, if anybody is getting any difficulty, please tell me. Just treat it like a, offline class, not an online class. I want that if I'm coming here even on the Saturday and Sunday, you should utilize it completely, right? Now here, now end is free, so we will have the value at the end as well. So now if you need a dry run, then do let me know, I'll do that as well. Okay, but I need that you need or not, I want to know that. Okay, so now here we have reversed our string, right? The first k character we have reversed. At the end we need to return it, but the problem is that we cannot return this array, right? We need to return a string. So probably I'll convert this into a string. So I'll use a new string method to convert that thing into a string, and I hope this will work. Right, this is how we are converting to a string. Why this is taking time? Time limit exceeded. Oh ho ho ho! Actually, I haven't done anything for this. So we have to, every time we have to increase a start pointer for getting the next value, and we need to reduce the end pointer, right? For getting the next value from the last. Correct. Start should be I, not 0. Correct, Sriyatha. Correct observing. That should be I, because anyhow every time we are not reversing from the 0 index. I was just taking an example of I, that's why I've written it. But that should be I only. That should be I only. Okay. Now this is working fine. I'll submit it, and this will probably work perfectly. Okay. So now it's beating 100%, like beating 80%. If I'll submit it again, probably it will show the different results. But this is good algorithm, perfectly fine. So now here what will be the time complexity of it? So now the answer is hidden in the iteration of it, in the dry run of it. So what will happen? This will give you the window. This will give you the window, right? And this will take only the k number of swapping, the k number of iteration. But anyhow, the next character will be skipped. The next k characters will be skipped. So this is not a multiplication, right? This is not a multiplication. This will be a linear iteration only, right? You're skipping the k characters, and those k characters you're just swapping right here, right? So the remaining n gap is filling this. So both will take only the big of n time complexity, right? We are not iterating for every point here, for everything here. We are not doing that. Okay, cool. Now what I will do, in the worst case scenario also, in worst case scenario only this while will work, right? When you have just single word, right? So in TCS exam, does the time complexity matters? Not directly. If your code is working, and that's fine. Okay, but always try to have a optimized code. That is not very important in the online assessments, but that is important in the coding interviews. Interviewer may ask you the time complexity. Interviewer may ask you to optimize your code. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. Cool. So now we'll copy this same code and we'll write in C plus also, then in Python. And again, if anybody is getting difficult in understanding, please tell me. I'll do a dry run. Okay, but the thing is that in C++ you can directly change the string, so you don't have to convert this particular thing into an array. Okay, the same thing will work like this only, and here this same thing also will work the same way, but you don't have here arr. Here you will have directly your string, that s. That is a good thing. So here I will have my string s at the place of arr, and now this looks good. And here at the end we'll return our string. Okay, we'll return our string itself, but probably here if we'll get the problem in the conversion, so we can convert that into an int. Okay, the math function we don't have, we have directly minimum method in C++. So I'll remove this math. Okay, now what it's saying, like function, no matching function for call to min. Here minimum is available. That is not a case, probably because of different data type or something. Am I getting this? But minimum is a method in C++, that I remember. Okay, the problem was this was not being converted automatically, so we have done a manual, like, typecasting, external typecasting we had to do. So now this is working for C++ also. That same logic. Just we need that 2k window, then we need first k character beating 100%, right? And the time constant will be again same as linear, because anyhow you're skipping the k characters here and those you're reversing here. So nothing repeatedly you're doing, right? Cool. So now we'll write the same code in Python also. We'll do the same code in Python also. So I'll copy this code and we'll go to the Python, and here I'll write in Python. But the thing is that you don't have directly like normal for loop here. So I will have this colon, and here I will have the range. Simply like this: for I in range starts from 0 index, will end till length of the string len s. Okay, the problem here is also that can we manipulate strings directly in Python? That is a problem that we cannot do. So what I have to do is that I have to create a list here. So I'll create that, no worries. So what I will do, I will have, let's suppose I will have a list here, something. I'll give a AR same name that we are giving in Java. So I will have list as here, correct? So that's why we could not do that. So I'll take this. Okay, and this works fine. We don't need a data structure in Python. Also we do not need this. We have minimum method, but we don't have this, and you don't have the len method here, the length method here, right? You have to use the len method. So len the string s, and then in while you don't need these curly braces, you don't need this, you don't have to define the data type. You'll access the value from the arr, right? That is a list. And then again this also, and at the place of s you'll write arr, and again arr, or probably here I could have directly yes itself, so that also worked, right? Arr, and you don't have this plus plus. What you have, tell me? Yes, Sanam knows already. We don't have plus plus, we have minus equals to or plus equals to. Only then we can reduce or increase the value. Again you don't have this, but now the problem is that you cannot return this, right? Because as it's not being updated, arr has been updated, so we want to convert that arr to a string, right? Correct. So now we want to convert that. So how we can do this? We can have one empty string, then we can have a join method to convert our list to into a string. We are concatenating that list to a string. So we can have arr here, and we don't need this curly brace. I hope I have done the correct conversion. So now, oh no, what is the problem? What is saying? Indentation error. Okay, so I'll fix that, don't worry. this is the problem now. Fixed. Now I hope there is no indentation problem. Yes, this worked fine. Okay, this worked fine. Strarr, huh, that also works fine. We are anyhow we are converting that to a string. Okay, I was using Python my college time, but anyhow for teaching this LeetCode live, I'm doing the conversion. Okay, so anyway, when probably my system is busy or something, but this will have a good beats percent. It's a good solution. Right now it's beating 38, so probably you'll get a good time of submission. And the same time complexity you will have here as well, right? The same logic. We are targeting the 4K window. Once we have that 4K window, then what we are doing? We are targeting the K characters from here with the help of start and end. We are reversing the K characters from here itself, right? And this will keep happening. We'll keep changing the window and we'll keep reversing the things. And at the end, we are returning it. And I hope that this is clear to everybody. Please tell me, is the logic clear to all? Is the logic clear to all? And if the logic is clear, then if you haven't liked the video, please like it. Share with your friend by which we can have your more students in the next live, right? And anyway, I'll feel good that when a lot of people will come here. And if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it by which you can have the further updates. Okay, glad to hear, Sanam. Cool, yeah. Then till then, bye bye to all. See you tomorrow at the same time. And yeah, please, I'll highly suggest that keep solving the problems of LeetCode from the live from yourself as well, because I'm telling you, your resume will be selected faster when you will have a good LeetCode profile, right? You will have a higher chances when you will have good logic building, when you have good problem solving skills. You will have a higher chance of getting hired, of getting a higher salaries, right? So take a decision for your future. Anyway, my suggestion is to giving you a suggestion, like my job is to give you a suggestion and your job is to follow or not, up to you. Bye bye to all, see you in the next live. Till then, take care, bye bye. Just dry run Python, you need a dry run. Okay, we'll do some, don't worry. So in Python, how this is working, I'll copy this code. I'll copy this code and we'll paste it. Okay, first I'll stop this slide, so keep this and we'll paste it here. Okay, I'll paste it here itself, and then so bad it looks, yeah, so bad, literally. Probably I'll do this. Still, spacing is really bad here. Now here I want one space, here also I want one space. Spacing I need, not capital I here, normal I works for me. Okay, and then here also, here also, here also, and then here also, and here also. Finally the whole code is coming in this window. Okay, and I'll run this again. We'll do slideshow from the current slide. Okay, now I'll take the pen. Looks good to me. Why I have this? I don't need use slideshow. Cool. Now look at this, how this is working. Okay, how this is working. So I will take an example. Let's suppose you have s equals to a b c d e f g. Okay, and I'll take furthermore g h I j. Okay, so now what will be the output? What will happen? You have converted this whole string to a list. So this has been converted to a list. Okay, now we are starting from 0 index, which is this, till the length of this string. What is the length? 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So length is 10. So 0 till 10. Every time what we are moving with the help of this 2k window that they have mentioned, right? Means if the k is 2, let's suppose the k is 2, then the window will be 4. This window will be, we will have, right? So what will happen? Every time we'll move with the 2k window. So the starting index will be 0. So start I. Okay. Now we need ending point. So I plus k means I is as of now 0 and k is 2. So that becomes 0 plus 2 becomes 2, right? And the length, because they have mentioned what if you have 2k is smaller than the length of the string, or the k is smaller, then you need to reverse all the string, right? The remaining string, if the k is smaller than the length of the string, means if the length is smaller than the k, right? So that time we were reversing whole string. So for that purpose we are taking this, the minimum possible window where we need to reverse. Either that can be the length of the string if the k is greater, otherwise we can have that I plus k window, right? But the problem is that we don't want two index for two characters, that's why doing -1 here. So here what will happen, the first time we will have start as equals to 0, step number 1. Step number 1 we will have start at 0. So start at 0 and end as what? 2 minus 1 becomes 1. You'll come here, tell me what will happen here. Is this 0 less than, is this 0 less than the 1, means the end? Yes it is. Then swap them. Swap where? The 0 index value has been stored in the temp. So now the temp has the character as what? A. Again at the place of start, at the place of start means at the place of a we are getting the value of end, means of the value of the 1 index, which means at the place of a the b will come, the b will come. Okay, so now which means that the new string which we are forming, this becomes b. And again the end means on the 1 index we are putting the temp, and temp is a now, so a has been came here. And we'll do start plus plus, means start will become 1 and end -1 and end will become 0. So tell me, is this loop will work? No, because why? Start became 1 and end become 0, but this is not true. Then this while will not work. Who will work? This for loop will work again. So we'll have what? You will have a 2k range. So which means that if the k is 2, then you will jump 4 steps ahead. So from 0 till 4 step means you'll come here. This has been swapped. So you have this BACD. The next start will start from the I itself. Right? From the I itself. Yes or no? When you will have your I here, I is here now, the start will become this only, means the 4th index. So now start is 4. In step number 2, the value of I has become 4 and the value of start is also become 4. So the start has become 4. What will the value of end? What will be the value of end? So that is either I plus k, and the value of I was this, what we call it, 4. Right, and the value of k was 2, so means 6, right? So either 6 or the length of the string. Okay, so the length of the string is 10, so whoever is smaller will take that. So this is smaller, this 6 is smaller, so we'll take that. Now you have end on the 6 point, so which means on the 6th index, which is right here. But you don't want the 6th index, right? You want 1 less than, because you are starting from the 0, so you will do 6 minus, means the 5th index. You have this here. So they start on the E and end on the F. With the help of this while you will swap them. With the help of this while you will swap them. When they are swapped, you will have what? You will have F and E. Again the same thing will happen, you have reached the end of the loop, and again you will have what? 2k jumping. So when you will do the 2k jumping, you will have this window. Right? Because now 2k means the next start will come on this I pointer. Right? On the 9th index. So means on the 8th index, 9th character and 8th index, means right here, or this is 7. So 3rd index, 4th index, 5th index, 6, 7, 8, 8th index, right? So now your I will come here, means the start will come here, end will come here. You'll swap them as well, because they are equal to k, not less than k, right? So which means that you'll swap them. So this time what will happen? You will have this G, H and J, I. So this is how this will keep working. And I hope now this makes pretty good sense. Please tell me, is this clear now to all? Is this clear to all? Please tell me. Now the logic, the dry run, why we have done this. Okay, you're welcome, Sanam. Okay, Sretha, cool. Okay, then see you in the next live. Till then, if you really enjoyed the live, like the video, share with your other friends, by which we can have other friends in the next live. Okay, and subscribe the channel for further updates. See you till then. Bye bye. Take care.